All right, I want to give it a few seconds, let everybody or whoever's going to come in, so I can make sure I have good sound. So if you're in and you hear me talking and I'm clear, if you could just let me know in the comments. I'm streaming from my phone, so I'm not sure how good it's picking up. It's saying it's working, but devices, devices. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. It's just a quick update. In October, I covered the Amber Alert for Major Harris out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The backstory on that is that a woman was found. I see there are two people in the comments. If you just let me know if you can hear me clearly, since I'm streaming from mobile. If you can't hear me clearly, let me know and I will switch my setup so that I can get this out there. Hi, can you hear me okay out there? If you can't, I'm gonna switch over to my laptop. Okay, good, good. All right, well, let me switch back over to my split screen so that I can get this story out. Okay, in October, I covered the case of Major Harris out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The backstory on that is a woman was found shot dead early in the morning in the backyard of a home. Uh, Police could not immediately identify her. Once they identified her through the medical examiner and they went to make notification to the family, they discovered that she had a 3-year-old son who was unaccounted for. An Amber Alert was issued for 3-year-old Major Harris. There was a massive search effort. He was eventually found deceased. He had also been shot. Um, the person who killed the mother and the son also killed himself when police found where he was hiding out. He and the boy was not with him. He had already done what he was going to do to Major. There was not a very good timeline out at that time. They were kind of sitting on information and not really very forthcoming with it. I found an updated story that gives a little bit more information and kind of answers some questions that were left hanging. Yeah, it was. That father's pain was so very palpable. So this article is coming from Fox 6 News Now in Milwaukee, and it reads, the case of missing 3-year-old Major Harris, found shot and killed in Milwaukee, captivated people across the country in October. Now, newly obtained court filings provide a clearer picture of what transpired in the hours after the body of Harris's mother, 25-year-old Mallory Munzenberger, was found. Milwaukee police quickly zeroed in on the man who they say was responsible for the deaths of Harris and his mother. Still, numerous questions surrounding the case remain. It was shortly after 6 a.m. on October 14th, the Milwaukee police got a call. A man reported a body in the backyard of his home near 37th and Clark. There, the police found a woman deceased. The woman's body, according to court filings, appears to be bruised and bloodied. which is information that they didn't give at the time about her apparently having been beaten. She was barefoot, yet her feet appeared relatively clean. The discovery of the woman, later identified as Munzenberger, kicked off an Amber Alert for her missing son, and the man police say was responsible for their deaths, 20-year-old Jaheim Clark. The court filings detail that Clark was developed as a suspect just hours after the police showed up at the home. The man who called the police lived there. He lived in that home with Clark's mother and their children, including Jaheim. So I'm not sure if it's saying that the man who made the call was Jaheim's father as well, but apparently Jaheim's mother and this man at least have some shared children. Filing said Clark's mother received several text messages earlier that morning from a number she did not recognize, but believed they were sent by her son over an hour and a half span. At 2:30 a.m., one text read, "Don't let anybody in the house without paperwork. I didn't do it, Ma. Am I?" That's how it was written. "Am I promised she was down there messing with the dudes and they dropped her off." I would get a text message in the middle of this. Anyway, she was down there messing with some other dudes and they dropped her off where they picked her up at, and she came in and laid down, and I guess she tried to leave. That message was a little confusing to me. I really can't work out, I can't really visualize what he was saying there. If she tried to leave these other dudes or if she tried to leave his house and they got into it, I'm not real sure. 10 minutes later, another text read, "If anybody asks you, you never saw her, never met her, you don't got to speak on my behalf and say I did or didn't do anything. Just know I'm telling you the truth." When police were given permission to search the home, detectives located, quote, "blood in the rear stairwell that leads to the upper where Clark's bedroom was." Clark was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound at a relative's home 3 days later as police closed in, blocks away from where Munzenberger's SUV was found, and later where Harris's body was found in an alley. The young boy was believed to have been killed around the same time as his mother. Both of them were shot. While documents provide more details about the beginnings of the investigation, which police say is now closed, a number of questions remain, and it is unclear if they will ever be able to be answered. So that was the update. Just a few added details, a little bit clearer picture of what happened that day, how everything went down to lead to her being found in that backyard and leading to cute little Major ending up being found where he was. The videos are still up. There are 3 videos up on my channel for Major Harris. I did the initial one. Something was wrong with the sound. I went in to fix it and broke something else. So you got 3 videos up there. Between the 3, you will get all of the audio. I think the first one is pretty good though. Thanks for joining me. It was just a quick update. I'm out of here. The G babies are calling.